Hey everybody, fix the camera. It's me, Edward Jones, back with a new video. Ugly truths about women and abortions. I know ever since Texas created that created this new law that criminalizes anyone who performs an abortion after 6 weeks or when a heartbeat is detected. I know it's stirred up a lot of trouble. There are a lot of angry women out there who are worried about their reproductive rights being violated, not having bodily autonomy, and just all this nonsense. And I gotta say that I think the reason why these silly arguments get brought up is because we're not being honest about what goes on before before an abortion is performed, are really committed. You guys are. If you've been in my channel long enough, you already know where I stand. I'm against it. I'm against it 100%. In all cases, I can't because no one can justifiably come up with a reason as to why a child must be put to death in that manner. Um, I believe that I mean, like it's a heart. It's called the heartbeat bill. If it has a heartbeat, then it's alive, and if it's alive, it has to be a living. It has to be a living thing, and if it's more likely, it's a living human. So I think that's the first thing we need to say that listen, this is a living being. That we're talking about putting on a chopping block, figuratively speaking. But knowing some of these people, they probably go that route. Well, if you read about how certain abortions are performed, it's essentially that. I think of like this: if scientists could believe that, could say that there's bacteria out in space, and say, oh, we found life in space, then why is it so difficult to accept the fact that there's human life, within the womb? I think that's something that people who are so hell bent on being able to do this ugly thing, they don't want to acknowledge that. Another thing that doesn't get talked about, and no one really that not too many people are being honest about, is a number of abortions that are done because of incest and rape. If I'm not mistaken, statistically speaking, it's less than 2%. Less than 2%. That means the other overwhelming over 98% of the ones that are done because the child will be an inconvenience to the mother's life, will be a hindrance to her progression through life, would be a stumbling block for her future plans. And this actually leads into a third thing I want to bring up. And well, if you had future plans, why did you decide to let any guy skeet in you? Why would you let someone who do not see yourself having a family with nut in you? Why do you lay down with such guys? Why do you let lowlifes shoot your club up? That's a question that, like, does anyone? I know the question gets kind of turned into, you should be better. You should have better control over who you have sex with. Because like I said, I'm throwing out the whole rape and incest. I'm throwing it out. No, let's throw it out. Let's focus on this 98 this over 98% issue that doesn't get discussed. And it's supposed to get shrouded in this belief that a woman should have bodily autonomy. Okay, if you have bodily autonomy, why are you wasting? Why are you spinning it with low lives? And the question, and basically an answer I came up with, which I think is highly plausible, and it'd be kind of gross to even say it, because I guess it would change a lot of people's perspective on women. I don't understand why, because we wouldn't be here if this wasn't the case. I think it's because these women like getting skeeted in. Point blank, women. I think women enjoy being nutted in. I think they like a guy. They like when a guy shoot the club up. They like when a guy skeets in them. Skeet. They love it. They must love it. I mean, for one, they have to love it because for women to even I mean, as part of the as part of creating a child. That has to happen. But I think women love it. And I don't understand why that'd be an uncolorful thing to say when it seems to be the truth. Because again, what other explanation is there that you have with these women with their so-called plans are getting pregnant by guys that they don't see themselves having a family with? And I don't buy into this whole, oh, they're not educated because one, the internet exists, they can get educated even at an early age. I mean, which seems to make sense since several institutions are hell bent on discussing sex with prepubescent children. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna find out, even at an age before they even can have sex, they're gonna find out how a baby is made. And and if we're just honest about this fact that women like getting nutted in, then we can just carry over into the question of why can't you just be more selective as to who it is? You have these plans. And they say, oh, we don't have access to birth control. Bullshit. You mean to tell me you can't ask if you're worried about asking a man. First of all, any man that you plan on that you see allowing yourself to get skeeted in, if you can't even bring up the topic of him using a condom, then why are you dealing with that man? Why deal with him? Why lay down with him? If you refuse to acknowledge the fact that there is birth control for women, and don't again. This whole thing about, oh, we're not giving free content. We're not giving free content. That's a lie. No. And again, if women have these plans of having a career where they think having a child is gonna put that on ice, then clearly you don't care enough about that plan to not sleep around with with all these dudes. At least, and then also, or you're just not responsible enough to decide who's a good guy to lay down with. You can't. How does that women have bodily autonomy when they can't figure out what guy is worth getting skeeted in by? And yeah, I'm gonna keep saying that. Yeah, if it's just turning your stomach, I don't know what to say. I can grow up here at that point. Because this is the real world. This is how it happens. Again, I'm not talking about I'm leaving rape and incest out. I'm talking about the plus 98% of this situation. If you believe a child is going to be an inconvenience, why allow yourself to get skeeted in by a guy who is not worth it? Why do you refuse to take responsibility for your own protection? And of course, is this going to be called victim blaming? He's like, oh, you're blaming these women because they should have you're saying that they should be punished with a child. I'm not saying they need to be punished. I'm saying they need to grow the fuck up and recognize the world does not. Contrary to what people want to make women believe, the world does not care about their feelings. It really doesn't. If this world truly cared about women, they would just be honest with them. Be honest with them. But no, they're just another thing to be exploited, just like these women who exploit children to enrich themselves, whether it be through receiving money for child support or receiving money from the government, or just receiving attention. That's all it is. These are things that just don't get talked about because someone's worried about offending. I find abortion to be highly offensive. I'm thankful I didn't have that outcome. I'm thankful to be alive. All the negative stuff that I've been through in my life, I'm glad I survived it. Because I love being alive. And then there's this thing where, this is argument that, because I heard this point brought up once that the children that would be born in broken homes would contribute to the amount of criminals that we have. Oh, okay. Then let's break that down. Who are you more likely to find a Planned Parenthood? In minority communities. Who live in these minority communities? Well, mostly black people. So let's break it down. You're basically saying that if we have less black children being born, then we'll have less crime. But no one's going to say that out in the open. Maybe some some YouTubers that who aren't afraid, having the channel pulled out from them. Maybe they'll say that. Like myself. I'm willing to put my channel on the line for saying something that could get me shut down, because I believe it's something that needs to be talked about in the open. Because constantly playing into this thing of, we can't be too hard on the women. We gotta kind of soften up. Nah, fuck that. We ain't gotta soften anything up for them. They can take it. I mean, especially the ones who are taking a lot of dick. They can take all this dick. They can take some hurt feelings, and that's why I'm here to deliver the truth, even if it hurts your feelings. Another thing one more thing that's not discussed, that's not said. This is a major thing. So when they say that men have no say in the topic of abortion because the men can't carry the child, so you're exactly right. The man cannot carry the child to term, but he does not have to lay down with these hoes. If any man who's watching this video, you have the power to prevent this kind of stuff from happening by not skeeting in these hoes. Don't fuck these skeezers. Don't deal with them one bit. They're not worth it. They're just bring you headache. And if they decide to have the child, they're the type that actually would kill their child. They're the type that actually will have the child for their own personal gain. They're the ones who will be quick to slap you with child support. Who will quick to badmouth you in front of the child because it serves her ego. Who are quick to use the child as a weapon against you because she sees that she's put you in a position of submission, and she'll lord the well-being of the child over your head to get what she wants. Guys, you do not have to deal with these hoes, or these harlots, or these skeezers, or these skip-scaps or scallywags. You don't have to deal with them. And that's anything. I would say that men have the ability to rein in this abortion issue on their own. But it takes something called dick discipline to borrow something from Minister Jap, Minister Jap channel. His channel is very funny. He says far more raunchier things than I'm saying in this video, but he says a lot of things that are that are true. But yeah, these are just things that aren't talked about. I think that they're worth bringing up in conversations. Now, yeah, people feelings gonna get hurt. Cool. We're talking about children's lives here. I mean, since these same people who would be so for the practice, they claim to care about the children. They say that they say conservatives don't care about, they only care about the children after they're born. I mean, let's say that is true. We believe that they actually have a chance to live their own life after they're born. So what? So who are we to rob them of that chance? And they said that the conservatives don't want to take care of these children. Well, they're not our kids. Not said that we wouldn't want to take care of the child that was one of ours, or but they're not our responsibility. But we damn sure can voice our opinion about we don't want any children being killed outright. Again, women can be responsible for their bodies by not letting lowlifes skeet in them, by using protection, or if you're so worried about rape, for example, that's a very very small percentage of the reason why this is done. Then teach women how to have situational awareness, because like I said, this world does not. Don't be fooled. This world does not care about a woman's well-being. It doesn't, not one bit. Because they want to dress it up as reproductive rights. No, this is you're being tricked into killing your kids because it makes you feel powerful. No, it is not going to be good for you in the long run. I assure you of that. It ain't good for you. But hey, that's my video. Tell me what you guys think. You think I went too far in this video? You think I should keep my mouth shut because I'm a cisgendered, heteronormative man who happens to be black? Leave a comment in the comment section. Please share your thoughts. I try to respond to most comments, and all comments if I can, some comments not really they're not really, it's not something really I can add to. They make a lot of sense on their own. But please share your thoughts in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. If you like this video, please check out my older videos and look forward to new videos to come. If you got any gripes, complaints, send me a PM. I'll see what I can do to address them. But that's my video. Just saying some truths about saying some ugly truths about abortion and women, for that matter. I'm Edward Jones. You guys take care. Be safe. Stay strapped, and God bless.